Hey guys, so I just forgot to say some things in my last lesson, so I just want to recap on that. As you can see in this map right now, there's like ripples and kind of like more texturization on this, on the rocks and stuff, and that's what happens when you put a normal map on, and that's what I'm going to touch up, because I did say about the, what is it, the smart normally thing, somewhere, let's see, should I? No, not that. Yeah, well, where did I put it? Is it just up here? Yeah, it's up here. Okay, smart normal. Oh, yeah, well, it loads. It's a free program that you can get, and it makes normal maps for you. That's not for now. But anyways, to make normal maps on your actual terrain, all you have to do is make your layers. So right here, the cliff, edges, flats. Then plug them into the normal map, and then put in these normals that you get. I put in the same normal for the grass as the the dirt, because they're basically the same. But feel free to do what you want. You can do that. And yeah, so as well, what I wanted to talk about is not in this one, is when I was talking about like amplifying highs and lows using like multiply and subtract. That was actually wrong. I forgot and did something weird. But anyways, the way you do this is, if you want to actually do that, you go and you get a clamp, like a normal clamp function, not a constant clamp function, and you will kind of arrange something like this. So you have your original texture, then it goes into the clamp function. But you want to set your max to just 1, or whatever your volume, your texture is going to be. If it's really high, then you don't even really need to set a max, and I just normally set it to 1, just so it's actually balanced. And then you take your value of whatever you want to augment. So if you want to just increase like the top 10%, like the top from 90 to 0.9 to 1 ratio, you go 0.9 and then click that. So now what this clamp does, it only will allow the top, it only has the top 90% in it. It looks pretty white right now, but then what you do is through the subtract function, you'll actually minus off that bottom stuff. So anything that was just at 90 at that point will actually be 0 at this point. And you go into a multiply function, and then you times it by whatever percentage this is. So if right now it's 1, because you have 1/10, you times it by 10. Times it by 10. And then, let's see, view not a mesh. And look at this. It's black for some reason. Subtract 0.9. That is weird. I don't know why it's not in that. Oops, wrong button. If you don't mesh. Oh, I know why. Because probably this thing doesn't actually have anything higher than 90. So in that case, you just gotta like, I don't know, just let's do the top 0.5% then. The top half, and then what you do, like now you see there's actually stuff that's up on top. You can kind of see some different things. And here, go multiply by 2, because it's 1/2. stop previewing this. It should look slightly brighter than what this is. Of course, you can add it a few times, or you can multiply this even more. So if you wanted to make it really bright, let's just try 10. That when you do it 0.2, it'll just add a double of it, so it'll double the brightness. But you can see there, got brighter there. And you can also do this with like the lows, if you wanted to amplify the lows, for example. And what you'd do then is you'd go 0.5, and then you'd go to like 0 to 0. Except the steps after this is a little bit different. So that's weird. Okay. Anyways, then you have that. So you'll only have up to 0.5. Then what you have to do is you subtract by the maximum in this case instead of the minimum. That looks really weird at the moment. And then you will subtract, and you can multiply it. Of course, right now it's going to actually be negative whatever, negative 0.5. So before you add it, you're going to have to add a 1 minus function, which you can get by clicking, holding down O and clicking it. So you do that, and that'll become positive again instead of negative values. You still want to multiply it. You see right there, it actually so it adds to the tops, to the bottoms. Like you're increasing the brightness of the bottom of the lower values. If you wanted to just increase like the values of, say, you can see it's increased. If you wanted to actually make it darker, then what you'd do is you just make this as a subtract function instead, and that would make it darker. Like I'll just copy this one. And A goes here, B goes here, subtract goes here. Okay, that's 2 subtracted, obviously. I'll preview this one. If you know to mesh. That is right, because this thing is really actually quite low, so it's a weird mesh. I should have gotten something better that's like pretty even from 1 to 0, but of course I did not. So and then to like 0.25. That should make it flatter, and then when it comes to this, it shouldn't be as. No, I'm just not going to multiply it, because obviously that is making it really bad. Well, I don't know, you can see the point of it. It's all math, so you add it, we'll add the tops, make it brighter. You could probably just, instead of adding it, just go, before you 1 minus it, just take out the 1 minus in the root, and then, yeah, that'll make it darker. So, you can do that. Now it seems to work better. Subtract is, I don't know, subtract's not working for some reason. But, yeah, so that makes it darker, so if you wanted really dark areas, you can do it that way. And if you really want the bright areas, then you just do the other one. Let's just make more contrast, so when you make a mask or something, it'll actually work. Yeah, that's useful. So I'm just going to minimize that. And yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. And I'm going to try to make something though, because make some more lessons about how to use normals to make things like snow shaders and stuff, because I see not many people have that. That's kind of what this is. Like, if I just want to give you a demo, what you can do with normals, because it's pretty cool. So if I went like that, and it did not freeze on me, okay, well, I don't know why you came up. Anyways, so I'm going to save that. Stupid Adobe, because I'm wanting to update. And once this thing loads, I'm just going to give you the little demo thingy. My computer's pretty slow, so it might take a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now you see, I haven't done it to the grass part, but for the mountain part, kind of like snowy. And then on the parts that are more angled, like this part over here, is not snow. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to talk about in some next lessons that I'm going to make. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.